Good day, Jamie. I know you're probably busy counting your pennies right now, but I need to speak with you. Today it appears that our children are playing together. Why did you allow them to do that?
Oh, Ellen, what are you talking about?
Why did you allow our children to play together? Why did you allow your kids to play with my children? You should have first requested my permission.
Sorry, you saying you want me to ask your permission before allowing our kids to play together? Your and my kids were both at the park at the same time. I had no idea your kids needed permission to play with other kids their age.
Oh no, I have no objections to my kids playing with other kids their age. I object to my children being forced to interact with impoverished people like you.
Oh my goodness, I'm surprised you just said that to me. Even if it were true, polite people would not say it out loud. You're truly amazing.
I'm not kidding. I'm simply being honest. Some individuals may object, but I dislike lying. I understand you work from home and don't make a lot of money.
True, I work from home.
I had been correct. The fact that you are not a housewife indicates that your husband does not earn enough to support his family. To augment his money, you must work as well. What a pity.
That is not the reason I work. Nowadays, many couples both work. It's really common. Why do you feel the need to comment on my circumstances when everyone else is working?
I have no issue with working ladies. Other mothers in our group work outside the house as well. They all have respectable professions and careers, but you lack both, not the right job or career. Working from home is so unprofessional and clandestine. I'm wondering if you're even working or if you're just resting on the job.
I'm not sure what gave you that notion, but people who work from home are capable of performing their duties. It's not as simple as it appears.
So it's exactly like freelancing. You do realize that no one in the real world considers freelancing to be actual experience, right? It just does not apply. Just as your job doesn't actually matter. All I'm saying is that if you can't join the club, don't put too much effort into keeping up appearances. Take children, for example. They appear and act poor. You can do your hardest to appear wealthy, but your children will reveal the truth.
Please pause. Don't involve the kids in this. You are free to think whatever you want, but just keep your thoughts to yourself.
As I already stated, I simply state the facts. I understand that some individuals dislike hearing the truth. That, however, is their problem, not mine. And don't feel humiliated if I expose you.
I'm not humiliated. However, you must exercise caution with your erroneous assumptions. And I think it's also extremely low that you judge youngsters. Any moral person would exclude children from the debate. Besides, none of this is your concern in the first place, but you have a habit of poking your nose into everything. You should keep an eye on yourself.
Take a look at yourself. Aren't you behaving mighty for your position? You should keep to your lane. I'm only here to tell you to keep your filthy poor kids away from my kids. I don't want your personality to infect my children.
My personality? You're behaving more like a child than any child I've ever met.
What exactly are you attempting to imply?
Nothing, I stated flatly. Your demeanor is childish. Anyway, I don't have time to continue this conversation with you. I'm sure you've told everyone you know about my family. I'm sick of having to clear the air with everyone, so could you just stop?
I am merely informing everyone that there's an imposter among us. That is not a problem. Everyone needs to know that you have a bad side hustle if you want to stay in our expensive neighborhood.
There's nothing immoral about what I do, and I'm not hiding anything. Why do you keep passing judgment on me and treating me this way?
I just don't like phonies, and seeing you try so hard hurts my heart. If you do not like it, you and your family should relocate to a more affordable location.
Thank you for your unsolicited counsel, but please keep it to yourself the next time. Please quit passing judgment on me and leave us alone. Let me also tell you something you did not ask to hear. Working from home does not imply that one does not make a lot of money. You should reconsider your position before you embarrass yourself in public. Finally, avoid mentioning my name or my family. Don't bring up our names. I'll stop there because our kids appear to get along. Don't bring them into this.
I'm talking to you right now because of the children. I don't want them near poor folks. It's simply bad for them.
To be honest, I believe that children should be able to engage with everyone. We're also not poor. It would be heartbreaking for both of our children if they were forced to stop playing together because you disagree with me.
I don't see it that way. I'm simply considering what is best for my children.
Do you think it is beneficial to keep children apart from their friends?
No, but I'm training them to be more selective about who they choose as friends.
Actually, what you mentioned about being selective just reminded me of something. I heard a few weeks back about what your kids brought to the school.
How about it? How about it?
As part of cultural awareness, the kids were asked to bring a food from a nation they choose. Your children reportedly brought cold-cut meat sandwiches from the grocery.
And what's the problem with that? You can't expect me to prepare a cuisine from a nation I've never visited.
I just believe you could have put in a little more work. The lunch was part of your children's education. They weren't expecting you to make it every day.
But why would I have to? I don't want to waste my time eating awful foods from other cultures. What if it smells bad in my house?
With that mindset, how can you expect to teach your children culture and tolerance? You could have turned it into a fun project for your kids while learning.
In the first place, it was a dumb project. Nobody wants to consume meals they don't enjoy. I'd sooner have a facial than eat in an ethnic restaurant. I don't have time to waste on frivolous matters such as other people's cultures. I mean, the food had to be edible, right? It was...
So you'd rather spend your money on yourself than your kids? Wouldn't it be better to invest that time and money on your children's education?
I've already spent a lot of money on their education.
They already attend the top school in town.
And I'm attempting to shield them from the influence of the poor. That's why we're even having this conversation. So it's apparent that I care about my children.
That's not what I meant.
Please do not change the subject. Just keep your filthy children away from mine, please.
My kids are not filthy.
I do feel sad for them. They choose to be born into your family. When they see all of the other kids at school, they must be unhappy and yes. Please keep your distance from my children since they do not need to know the hard realities of poverty at this age. I am politely requesting that you cooperate.
I can tell our chat isn't going anywhere, so I'm leaving. That's fine if that's what you want. I'll keep our kids apart.
Finally, thank goodness. That took a lot longer than it needed to. If you want me to stop calling you poor, urge your husband to look for a better paying job. You'll be able to outfit your children nicer after he gets a better job. You will also not be required to work from home. You can find a proper job or simply stop working. Isn't that lovely?
Sure. So I'm not renewing my contract with Korea because we're keeping our families apart and everything.
What? How did you learn the name of my husband?
I'm not required to explain anything. Just keep your distance from me and my family. I feel awful for our kids because they always appear to have a good time with one another. But I agree that it is preferable to keep my children away from those who think the way you do about others. We'll remove all ties and relationships from now on, just as you requested.
Wait, Mary was mentioned. What's the story there? What are your contracts with Kari?
You actually don't know anything, just like I suspected. I'm a designer, and I'm well known in my area.
What? Do you work in design?
Yes, and I've worked on multiple projects for Kareem's company. He was, in fact, the person I spoke with the most at that company. We collaborated on the same projects multiple times. We began working together after meeting at the park while our children were playing. We started talking business, and then we were in business. I'm sure you had no idea. I'm guessing he doesn't trust you enough to talk about his work with you because of the way you talk about other people.
I really am a designer. That is not possible. You know, famous. You're so arrogant to say something like that. You should feel embarrassed. Only those who work hard may claim to be successful, not those who stay at home all day doing nothing.
I'm all right if you don't believe me. You don't have to, and I won't force you to trust me. You can continue to bury your face in the sand. You wish to sever all ties with me, correct? Fine. I will not speak to you or anyone in your family from now on.
Wait, let me clarify something first. You're not only working from home.
No, you're correct. I work as a freelancer from my home. I'm a designer who can work from anywhere. Because I have a very excellent setup at home, I prefer to work here. Working from home also allows me to spend more time with my children, so it's simply better for me. But just because I work for myself doesn't mean my job isn't valued or that I'm not paid. I know in discussing money so casually, but I make a lot more than your husband.
What? You earn more than he does? It's difficult to believe. After all, he earns a lot. How much do you earn?
I'm not sure I want to tell you how much I make, since it shouldn't matter. It's just the reality that I'd like you to be aware of because it appears to be important to you. My husband and I both make a good living. I used to think that we were doing okay for ourselves and that there was no need to brag.
Why didn't anyone tell me you're wealthy? Why did you keep it hidden?
I had no reason to tell you because you never asked. Again, I'm not comfortable discussing money in that way, and it's not courteous to inquire about someone's earnings. You jumped to conclusions without even speaking to me or attempting to comprehend the facts.
No, I didn't. You stated that you worked from home, and people who work from home frequently do minor, insignificant projects.
Your ignorance is clear. Working from home is becoming increasingly popular.
In reality, an increasing number of people are doing so.
It's not so dissimilar than working in an office building. I believe it is preferable because we are not wasting time commuting every day when we could be working. There is no need to dismiss those who work from home.
That is an extremely backward way of thinking.
Okay, all right. I believe you have made your point. You're not required to offend me in this manner. Okay, I just didn't know. In any case, everything is fine.
What exactly do you mean?
It's fine if your kids want to play with mine now that you've proven you're not impoverished. So let's forget about it.
Is it right now that we've met your ridiculous requirements? We're also okay with not having to work with you.
What? But I'm going to let our kids play together. Isn't that what you're looking for?
No, not at all. You know, once I say something, I don't go back on it. I've already stated that we will no longer cultivate ties with you. I'd rather not deal with folks like you.
What exactly do you mean?
I meant everything I said before when I claimed I was canceling my contract with Kareem. I'm no longer going to do business with him or his company.
You should retract that. That is not possible.
Why not? You were the one who stated that you did not want my family to be in the same area as yours. You wanted to be the one to cut off first.
Things have changed. I had no idea what was going on at the time. I had no idea you worked with Kareem. He never informed me about your contract. Your deal with him appears to be pretty essential, and I can't allow you change it. If you do, he'll discover that I had anything to do with it. It's not going to be a good day for me.
So you knew what you were doing was wrong. With the way you've been acting, I assumed you had no self-awareness. I suppose I learned something new today as well. Of course, I'm going to tell your husband about everything that happened today. It would be impolite of me to end our contract without explanation. It would make me appear to be the one lacking in etiquette.
I told you to stop. Are you having a good time torturing me like this?
No, I'm not tormenting you. I'm simply telling you what's going to happen next. In truth, I'm doing nothing to you. I'm sure you had a fine time making fun of me and the other stay.
Homa? Don't appreciate making fun of people. Speaking of work, you may need to hunt for a job and begin working soon.
What? That's not something I can accomplish. I promised myself that I would never have to work again in my entire life. I'm not interested. Please do me a huge favor and keep everything to ourselves. It was merely an unintentional mistake. It can happen to anyone.
Oh, Lisa, I should definitely also notify everyone about the lunch you mentioned.
You can't do it.
Everyone will be surprised, therefore you'd rather invest in yourself than your children's education. I'm sure Kareem would be curious to know where his money goes and that his children are frequently left alone in the park. Don't worry. I'll notify him as soon as I explain why I have to end our contract.
Okay then. Stop messing around. That's not something you can say to him. I'm an excellent wife and mommy. I've spent years cultivating that picture of myself. I can't have you destroying what I've worked so hard simply by speaking it right. I'm not gonna let you get away with it. I'm gonna make you pay.
Is that a threat? What are your plans to deal with it?
I'm gonna spread the worst rumors about you across the neighborhood. When I'm done with you, you won't be able to show your face around here again.
Is that all? That's quite childish. After high school, I stopped being concerned about gossip.
What exactly are you attempting to say?
Kareem is about to lose a major contract with me, which will have a domino effect on his company. He will most likely be penalized and he may even lose his job. It'll all be your fault. Do you see what I mean?
No, quit talking. That is not possible.
Oh, and did you already spread the tales about me? You made it known to everyone that we were impoverished. But were you unaware? No one gave a damn. Would you like to know why? Because they already knew you were lying because they were aware of my true employment.
What? How could everyone be aware?
Unlike you, the others have taken their time getting to know me. I've even handed out business cards to a number of them. Anyway, I'm curious how Karim would respond when I tell him everything. He's probably not going to be pleased. He'll be furious to learn that you don't actually care about your children. He may even consider divorce, which I believe would be in his best interests.
Divorce? What in the world are you on about? My husband and I intend to raise our children as a team.
Is that your opinion? Because based on what he just said, he isn't thinking the same thing.
What makes you think you know what he's thinking? Oh no, are you conversing with him right now? What exactly did he say?
We called to confirm the time and location of our meeting the next day. So while I was on the phone with him, I told him everything you and I discussed. He'll be over here after work to apologize for your actions. You seem to be getting sick of your shenanigans. He mumbled something about this being the last straw.
No, you're deceiving me. He cannot abandon me.
I'm not joking. I dislike lying as well. I also have no incentive to deceive you. I've always been forthright.
Would you then please ask him to forgive me? It isn't too late.
We can repair it.
Please insist. Tell him it was only a minor miscommunication between you and me.
Really? I already stated that I dislike lying. I never find it necessary to lie. Besides, there's no reason for me to help you thus. There's no reason for me to do what you say.
Please, you've got to assist me. We're pals. Oh, kids. We're pals.
You're going to call on the kids now? You stated you didn't want your children to befriend filthy kids like mine, and now you want to use them as a shield. You've only spoken negatively about me and my family.
I sincerely apologize. I apologize for what I did. I'm back on track.
You've labeled me impoverished just because I work from home, and you've propagated malicious accusations about me in an attempt to turn the community against my family. You're about to learn what it's really like to have money issues. I hope everyone is nicer to you than you were to me.
After that, Karim came over that night as promised to apologize for Ellen's actions. Ellen attempted desperately to make explanations for herself, but Karim was having none of it. More than the disruption to his work, he was enraged that Ellen wasn't adequately caring for the children. He was determined to divorce as soon as possible. He ordered Ellen to pack whatever she could fit into bags and evicted her from their home. When Karim alerted the family court about Ellen's neglect, he was granted full custody of the children. My children stayed friends with Karim's children and were unaware of what was going on between the grown-ups. I didn't hold Karim responsible for what Ellen did to me. I didn't actually end our contract, and we still have an excellent working relationship. Karim does not appear to be regretting his divorce based on the way things have been going. Ellen, on the other hand, suffered a total loss that night. She had to say goodbye to her friends, her house, and her family. She just had 2 suitcases packed of clothes and other belongings. She needed to get a job and start earning money. According to what I've heard, she worked briefly at a burger joint, but the supervisors had to continuously get on her case to keep her from slacking off. As for me, now that I don't have someone whispering about me behind my back, my life has improved significantly.
Oh my God. Taylor, I was made aware of the company's gratitude letter you got. I must admit that I was somewhat shocked that they would single you out for that. Not to mention the accompanying gift voucher. That resentful.
Hello, Keelan. I must admit, I had the same level of astonishment as you did. I never anticipated receiving such a gift from the firm. Additionally, the spa gift card was a really lovely surprise. Personally, I enjoy getting a hot stone massage occasionally.
You're keeping the office spotless, so I guess it's not so horrible to be the cleaner if benefits like these are involved, huh? It ultimately justifies cleaning all those restrooms, doesn't it? LOL.
When the business stated that it would be recognizing me, I felt a little ashamed, but I'm still grateful for it. Particularly since I had to accept the prize in front of everyone. I truly struggle in such kinds of situations because I never know how to respond. However, Keelan, just because I have something doesn't mean I'm going to slag off right away. You got it, right?
Ha! Ha! Well. Just be careful not to overdo it. You don't have to be overjoyed, it's simply a little note of thanks. LOL, I assume folks your age are more enthusiastic about unimportant details like this. That describes my elder aunt as well.
Although I wouldn't describe it as insignificant, I don't believe it's anything really noteworthy. I suppose the business just thought it would be great to do it. Anyhow, we don't have to discuss it if it upsets you.
Okay, but it's obvious that you're loving the topic. Tell me more about your achievements, please.
Huh? Wait, what?
Furthermore, I wish you will refrain from sending snarky smiley faces. I am aware that you are only attempting to irritate me. Well, in a way, it's working.
Okay, I guess I won't need to send any smileys. I apologize for it. I had no idea you would think that way. Just one thing, though. What do you mean by getting carried away, specifically? I'm not sure whether it has to do with my age, but I think I may have been a little too thrilled when I received the award in front of everyone.
Ha! Ha! A lot too. Thrilled, to put it mildly. Basically, you couldn't help but smile. Don't you think that, given the situation, is a little odd? I'm rather confident that I wouldn't respond in that way. It's only a small, pointless prize, after all. When they obtain something like that, young people frequently act coolly. Anyway, I would definitely take such action. Simply consider them, then move on. At the corporate meeting, I just felt it was old-fashioned of you to get all worked up. Just that.
What's my age got to do with anything, Keelan? I don't understand why you seem to be so interested in that aspect of this. In addition, I didn't think it was that big of a concern. When I got it, I even noticed you clapping along with everyone else. I was really pleased to get it, therefore I don't see how that would be an issue.
Yes, I was only clapping in compliance with social convention. I was actually laughing so hard inside. I was simply thinking, what a smug grin this lady has. Does she not realize that this is merely a pointless award that is given to everyone? It's sort of humiliating, to be honest.
Oh, I had no clue that's how you actually felt. I apologize if I seem to be bothering you. That was completely unintended.
Well, it's fairly clear, really. Don't you notice how people respond when they see you laughing and grinning at everything? It affects individuals negatively when it does so. I think it could be a good idea to tone down your emotions if you don't want to irritate folks.
Wow, Keelan, I had no clue you felt this way. I'm positive I can make progress in this area. But wait a minute. Is it really that important to have a thank you letter from the business? Or are you simply annoyed by my response to it? I apologize, but I'm not really sure why you're so angry with me.
You simply appear so happy to get anything like that from the business. You're going to boast about this to everyone, I can just imagine it now. Should you know that the business commended me for my cleaning abilities? They'll then comment, wow, that's amazing, good for you. You will then respond, I know, isn't it great? Tired of your words. Oh my god, I'm not looking forward to you talking about this at the office every day from now on.
Huh? I just told you, didn't I? I'm not really proud of this at all. I am aware that the corporation is only showing their goodwill.
Honestly, huh? Can you then explain to me why you were grinning widely when they called your name? Remember how you continued to express gratitude to everyone? They all approached you and congratulated you individually. You must have enjoyed that a lot. You simply can't get enough of all this interest, right? Taylor is the center of attention, just how you want it, huh? You must not have felt that popular in a while. LOL.
Why do you say that? None of it, in my opinion, is accurate. Why are you taking offense to everything so much? It feels incredibly out of place. I apologize if I offended you in any way, however, I had no intention of doing so.
That you don't understand it doesn't really surprise me. It's just one of those things you do unconsciously, in my opinion. I suppose LOL. Anyway, I don't need to hear about all your wonderful efforts on behalf of the workplace. That's all you are, a cleaner. You don't own any further skills, do you? You can't possibly perform the intricate sales work I'm performing. That calls for a lot more skill. I suppose we can get along just fine if you tidy up and keep quiet.
Huh? Be silent? Perhaps not talking at all?
Yes, as long as you remain silent and there isn't any unnecessary hoopla, I won't have any issues. That is how the office ought to be set up.
Oh. You must feel that way then, huh? I was clueless. I think I'm just a little taken aback. You know, you've always been courteous to me at work. At least the few occasions I've encountered. I'm simply curious as to why there has been such a fast change.
The one thing you need to know about me, Taylor, is that I'm frank with you. I dislike playing around. Since I'm sincere, it doesn't matter whether it offends you. You ought to have developed thick skin by this age. That is what 55 years on this planet will do to you. Ha ha. Since it's best to avoid skirting certain subjects, I always make sure to write down what comes to mind. Do you not believe that is the greatest method to resolve a dispute?
Conflict? Is there a dispute going on here? That's news to me, though. I'm not sure whether I completely concur with you there. We have to maintain a certain standard of civility and politeness. In actuality, this organization keeps its employees to a very high degree of mutual respect. Up to this point, you performed the same thing. Do you at least concur that treating people with respect is important?
Oh, yes. 100%. You're only a cleaning lady, though. Do you mean to suggest that I should treat the cleaning woman like our most valuable client? Obviously not.
Keelan, I'm not sure about it. Obviously, I disagree.
Exactly, whatever. Oh, but I did want to mention how out of control this corporation is. You did receive a note of appreciation this time along with a gift card for your cleaning, right? Next, what? Will Ben be rewarded for his clever joke? Lay is going to receive one for producing a copy? Until everyone gets one, they will just continue passing them out left, right, and center. Where is the relevance of that, please? They won't be as wonderful if we just give them to individuals who don't really deserve them. That's what I want to stay away from.
As I already stated, it isn't really significant to me. Just keep doing it, I say. I won't make any changes to the way I perform my duties, and I'll keep giving it my all.
Oh, you're so upbeat about everything. You continue to say, I'm going to do my best, even after I pointed out how useless the work you're doing is. Huh. Are you trying to win me over, Taylor? Sorry, but no amount of garbage removal or floor sweeping will ever impress me.
I'm not sure what to say at all. I'm not doing like that.
Listen, you need to be aware of your specific position in this whole situation, Taylor. You take care of the cleaning, which we could just as easily contract out to a cleaning service. I'd argue that at this time, your position is entirely replaceable. You're a waste of space for this business, Taylor. Aren't you aware of that?
I am. A waste of space? Are you certain of that?
We all in sales, however, go out almost every day to steal consumers, lock down sales, and bring in astronomical profits for our business. We put forth a lot of effort to make our business successful. Then there is you, the shabby office cleaner in your middle age. Which do you believe is more valuable to the business? Huh?
I appreciate all you do for the firm and your guidance, so thank you.
What do you mean by it, by the way? Even so, do you comprehend what I'm saying to you?
We genuinely appreciate what you and the rest of the sales crew are doing. I was just being honest. However, don't you think it's a bit unfair to imply that the cleaning crew is less important than the sales representatives? I believe that maintaining the smooth operation of this business requires the cooperation of all employees. The entire organization, from the CEO to the mailroom workers and everyone in between. I truly apologize if I offended you. I'm hoping we can resolve this.
Oh my god, here it is once more. One of those pointless smileys. To whom do you believe you are speaking? Honestly? Do you believe you can just send me any message, no matter how little, as if I were your best friend because you are old? While I am aware that aging affects the mind, I was unaware that it may also radically alter one's thinking.
Oh, I'm very sorry. I just considered trying to make our talk more lighthearted, but that doesn't seem feasible, does it? Maybe it's simply that today is a poor day, I guess. Did I misjudge the day I caught you?
Hey! What does that even mean? Do you mean to suggest that I did something wrong? You are to blame for my current state of affairs. It's entirely your fault.
Okay. Anyhow, my break is about to finish, so I should return to work. I appreciate your online message.
Anytime. Because you're constantly alone, I thought you may appreciate me reaching out to you. The young, attractive girl is conversing with the lonely, elderly office cleaner. This may be a TV show of some sort. LOL.
Not to worry. I'm not at all alone. I really appreciate you considering me, though. I really thank you for that.
You see, the more you do to keep the office tidy, the more easily our actual, crucial job can proceed. Oh, I remember now. In the bathroom, I saw that one of the lights was out. Would you please change that? I'd appreciate it if you did that since without the light it's a little dreary in there. Slice, slice. Thanks.
Oh, okay. I'll begin immediately.
Hey Taylor, observe. You're out of control by far. Just do your darn housework instead of grinning and laughing all the time, please. You must pay attention to your task. Both for me and the entire sales crew, it is quite distracting.
Oh, have I done anything to annoy you? Simply attempting to strike up a discussion with some of our staff. Do you agree that it adds to the enjoyable mood a little bit?
I'm sorry, but I disagree. You and I think differently. I'm a sales executive while you're a cleaner, therefore we're really on separate planes, lady. You should just carry out your duties without talking too much. Nobody should have to listen to that talk every day. Okay?
Okay, I get it. I was just summoned into the sales department to pick up some spilt drinks. I only considered asking them how things was going. However, it's obvious that it's only a diversion for you, so I'll be careful not to do that.
It's more than simply a diversion. It may cause a significant issue. What if we in sales or marketing did it as well? Imagine if we simply talked non-stop for the entire day. There would be no progress. Similar to you. You look horrible for every second you spend talking and not cleaning. Not to mention, it harms the reputation of our business. That's on you, too.
If I'm not incorrect, I always encounter a really welcoming staff when I visit the sales department. I'll be honest, when they start chatting to me, I'm simply cleaning. I always appreciate it when they inquire about my well-being or briefly discuss what they're working on. That type of discussion isn't always bad, is it?
It truly amazes me that you are unaware of what a complete waste of time it is. You don't have to talk to them forever, even if they do start talking to you. And why on earth are you criticizing the salespeople for approaching you first? What sort of pathetic justification is that? Are you genuinely so dim-witted to fail to see your own mistakes? Taylor, what precisely are you contemplating? Evidently not much at all.
Keelan. I've observed that you've kind of changed after I received the letter from the business thanking me for my cleaning job. You used to greet me like everyone else in the office and be completely polite to me. Now it appears that you and I are having some sort of issue, and I have no idea why.
How should I put this? Every time I see you in the workplace, my blood immediately starts to boil. In reality, it's inexplicable. We are basically the antithesis of each other. I believe I only now became aware of the significant friction. Additionally, it's sort of how I manage stress.
Oh, do you feel that way? Okay, I guess I can simply accept that you and I don't get along, but what do you mean this is your stress management strategy? So your stress is the cause of your harsh texts to me, right?
Fundamentally, LOL. Who else am I going to use as a dummy for myself? The only person who actually makes sense is you.
Not a very pleasant thing to say, that. You do realize how much you wounded me by doing that, right?
Oh, dear, I was unaware of your true level of sensitivity. I advise you to look for another job if it's too much for you. Other offices undoubtedly require cleaning staff to clean their restrooms as well. Ha ha.
Keelan, this is out of control. I won't leave my career only because of you.
Okay, at least be quiet and focus on your work if you're not going to work for a different firm. Got it? I don't want to hear your grating small chat any longer.
That's okay, I get it.
Taylor, hello! How did you find today's work? LOL.
Why would you do that, Keelan? You've gone much too far with this.
What could you possibly be talking about?
You can't recall your actions, do you? Are you serious?
Of course, I can recall. I'm not as dumb as you are.
Why would you act in such a manner? Taylor, you really went too far this time.
Oh, Taylor, hurry up. You understand I couldn't allow you to attend our company's 12th anniversary celebration. For our organization, it was a really unique event, therefore I wanted to make sure everyone present was deserving of it. Do you understand that? Can't you understand how a cleaning woman could not be the most welcome at such a significant event?
Worthy? How would you define worthy? I belong to this organization. I had a right to be at the party, regardless of whether I work as a cleaner or are in sales like you are. You should feel ashamed of what you did since you had no right to do that.
Yes, indeed. Taylor, let's go on. You may express all of your resentment. Nothing will change as a result of it. I'm not ashamed of anything, either. I made the proper decision, and I'm confident the other partygoers were appreciative as well.
Let's be honest, Taylor. What the hell is happening? Since receiving that letter of praise from the business, all I've encountered from you is disrespect. You've been treating me unfairly, in my opinion. No one else in the workplace is experiencing it either. Really, it's just you. Tell me, what in the world did I do to you to cause you to treat me with such ruthlessness?
You truly believe that you can just pretend to be in charge, huh? Don't you realize that because of my sales obligations, I'm 10 times busier than you? I don't have time for your tedious small chat, silly positive outlook, or ridiculous housekeeping chores. Simply perform them alone and without speaking. Also, stop requesting responses from me. I'm a sales associate, and you work as a cleaner. A low class like you don't have to answer me.
What? Low class? Wow, Keelan, you really need to watch how you speak to others. Your superior at this firm is me. Before you ever joined, I did. Please treat me with respect.
You don't truly understand where each of us fits into the hierarchy, do you? LOL, it's actually very funny. Just put the party incident behind you. That's it. Go weep on your bed or whatever at home. Ha ha.
I won't be doing that, I assure you. After the disastrous party, the vice president of the firm paid me a visit.
Oh, right? Lana, the company's VIP, visited your home. Lana visiting your home would be like a monarch going to see one of his peasants in the hamlet. It just doesn't happen. God alone is aware.
Our vice president came to my residence to express his regret for the situation you started.
Oh my goodness, you're still bringing up that. You sure do hold grudges, don't you? The VIP would only do it for someone incredibly important, like, say, the president, which is another reason I know your tale is false. Ben has always been distant from me and is usually quite critical of us in meetings if we don't fulfill our goals. So, doing something like that is really out of character for him.
I don't want to criticize our vice president in this. In fact, I want to emphasize how considerate he has always been with me. Of course, he is also a dedicated businessman. I have to be honest, Becca. Your way of thinking is so naive that when I try to argue with you, I feel ashamed. Whatever I say, you constantly respond with some stupid, disparaging comment. Really unfortunate.
Am I being silly? Are you serious? So, if I don't believe what makes sense rationally, I'm being childish? That's going too far.
You're good, Keelan. If you believe that the vice president solely has high esteem for the president, I have a query for you. Do you believe that the president is the only one?
Okay, sure. That should be clear, no?
Are you certain?
Okay, the president and his wife, perhaps. Perhaps a few board members? I think that's about all. But because you obviously have no connection to any of them, your story is untrue. Haha.
Oh. I do in fact have a connection to them. I am the wife of the president.
LOL, really?
I'm not kidding. I was present when my spouse founded this business years ago. Given how long you've been employed here, Keelan, I'm amazed you weren't aware of it. You surely heard about it from someone else.
No, it's not possible. Why did I not realize this?
It's unfortunate that you weren't informed sooner. The incident at the party earlier may have been prevented if you had done so. Making a scene and chasing me away, you know. You helped the First Lady miss one of her husband's most significant professional achievements. You should be proud of yourself.
God, oh God. But does everybody else understand? Perhaps we should simply go on and start afresh. You're sure that's okay, Taylor?
In no way. By the way, you should consider what you will say to everyone. They'll be looking for an explanation of how you behaved at the party. You must have a legitimate reason for treating the president's wife so abhorrently, I'm sure of it.
This is really crazy. Why didn't you tell me earlier? If it had been the case, I never would have acted in this manner.
Keelan, it doesn't matter anymore. Too late now. Even if you had no idea who I was, you still owed me respect. I am treated with the utmost respect by almost everyone else in the organization. Like you did, some folks simply assume that I am a typical cleaning lady. It's just common politeness to treat others with at least a certain level of respect, therefore it's not that difficult.
This is excessive. I can't believe my sales career has been flawless up to this point. I am the best at serving all of my clients.
I was required to inform him of everything that occurred a few months ago. You realize this, don't you? Huh? Really, you're going to quit answering? Wow, the chat with the elderly woman seems to have lost some of its importance.
Taylor? Why you can be at our party? How do you take the status of a low-class guy to dare to enter the party? I prepared for everyone.
I am the deputy director and also the wife of the president. You must have heard my name before. You're intentionally insulting me, Nellie. As the director's wife, you're a nerve. I'm sure you'll recognize me at the party in a little while. Hope you see how it fits. I am the president's wife. See, Keelan, this is really life. When individuals are treated poorly, there are actual repercussions. You didn't really believe there wouldn't be repercussions for that, did you? In any case, all I'm asking is that you become ready for what comes next. No one loves a mule that is too stubborn, therefore it would be wise to modify your tune.
Mule? You're the president's wife. What the hell? You are really vile. I was the victim the whole time. How could you do this? You have got to be joking. The wife of the president ought to be so much more refined than this. Look how low you've lowered yourself. Hold it. Halt lecturing me like a little kid. No more. Halt lecturing me like a schoolboy. I won't apologize to you because that's what you have to do for me.
I have reported Keelan's actions and attitudes to Human Resources to review her disregard for others. For the cleaners. They all received disdain from her, and insults should not be. The Human Resources Board decided to quit Keelan because of his snobbish attitude and contempt for others. She cried and begged and tried to contact me to apologize and wanted to stay at the company, but I refused.
Hi Lucy, how it going these days? Who are you? Me? I am the one who seat behind you at the art class. Oh, I remembered. What's going on? I just want to ask you what brand of color you used when you did the final test. I don't know exactly the name of it, but I will ask my dad. He bought me as a gift on my 20th birthday. I think it's not cheap, it seemed to come from France. Oh, your dad is so careful. My mom even doesn't know what I dream about. Maybe she is busy with her work. How about your dad? My dad didn't live with I and my mom. He has his own family with one son and one daughter. I just met my dad on some special occasion like my birthday or Lunar New Year. Oh, why's that? I don't know. From when I was born, I only lived with my mom and she has never told me the reason of this. And when I was 3 years old, a man came to my birthday and my mom called him honey. And then she told me to call him dad. After that, I have a dad. What's a ridiculous story, right? I think maybe he has a suffering that's hard to make you understand. I don't care about it anymore. Now I will focus on my study and then live my perfect life as a mean girl. I don't care about the one who hurt me and didn't choose me. Yes, thinking in that way can help you get rid of some unworthy conflicts with your dad. Never mind, I don't care about that. But why you told that with me? This is the first time we met, right? Yes, but I think that you are the reliable person to share. Actually, from I was a child to now, I didn't have any friends. They told me that I am an orphan because I only lived with my mom. What the heck is that? What unreasonable they are. Having a dad or not isn't a purpose to choose a friend. I know, but I haven't met anybody have a great thinking like you before. Can I be your friend? Of course. It's my pleasure.
Then, Lucy protected Sanaa when she was bullied by art teacher.
How silly is your picture, Sanaa? Why do you draw by that hilarious way? It's so funny. Is that because you didn't have a dad? Hey, how can you sure until you've seen every picture in the world? But I am sure that there's no picture painted by that color. She creates it by her way, so please look up to your students' painting. I think you know that the smallest thing you should give to your students. Don't put any barrier to prevent your students from creating. I don't know, but I am sure that you're my student. You have to listen to whatever I told you. Are you understand? Now put your picture into the rubbish bin or I will expel both of you out of the class. How irrational are you? Do you really know what is creation? What is art? There is nothing in this world can correct 100%. So you can't force us to do anything in your way.
Stop talking nonsense, Lucy. I will tell you our parents about your unmannerly action.
I told you the truth, so I won't scare of anything. Moreover, my parents always support for me and the right, not like you. Hey Sana, just do what yourself want and don't care about what people said about your family. Love your mom and yourself. I will support for you.
Thank you so much, Lucy. Can we be friend?
Of course, that is not what you have to ask about.
After that, Lucy and Sanaa become best friend ever.
It's the holiday. Do you have any intentions, Sana?
Not yet, Lucy. My mom is too busy with her work 'cause she tried to take the doctor degree.
Oh my God. How intelligent she is. Taking the doctor degree in that age is not easy.
Yes, but she even didn't have time for me and care about my future career.
Hey, don't take it too seriously. Let's your mom have a dream to pursue. My mom even didn't have one.
Why? She didn't have any jobs?
Yes, my mom dropped out of school after had my brother as their first baby. My family lived with my grandmother, so my mom has to stay at home and take care of everyone. She's a housewife.
Oh my God, what brave she was. It's not easy to cancel the dream.
Yes, I'm appreciate it. Do you have any plan today?
No, every day I ate alone and came back home alone. My mom stayed the whole day at the hospital.
Would you like to visit my home? I will tell my mom to cook many different dishes.
Really? It's my pleasure to visit your family. Can I come immediately?
Of course, I will told her.
Then, Lucy took Sanaa to her home and then they have dinner together.
Welcome to my home, Sana. If you need anything, just tell me, I will take it for you.
Wow, your house is so big and its vibe is cozy.
Yes, 'cause my family has 5 people.
Oh, it's the picture of your big family.
When Sanaa looked at the picture, she realized that Lucy is her sister cause the man in the picture is her dad.
Oh my God. What is going on here?
Is everything okay, Sana?
It's okay. I just shout because your family looked too happy.
Thank for you compliment.
After ate dinner, Sanaa came back home with a lot of thinking in her mind. A week later.
Hey Lucy, it's the weekend. Do you have any plan this day?
No, I am going to go shopping alone.
What? It's waste of time. Do you want to go for a dinner with me? I want to invite you because I have eaten dinner at your house.
What? You haven't to do that.
But I want you to go to this restaurant with me. Would you mind?
Of course, yes. I never declined my best friend.
Thank you for considering my invitation. So tonight, 7 p.m. at the Amada restaurant.
Okay, I won't be late.
Then Lucy came to the restaurant on time.
Hey Sana, I can't saw you in this restaurant. Where was you seat?
Haha, you came?
What are you saying? You invited me here, right?
But I just want to waste your time.
How hilarious are you? Don't turn me crazy, girl.
Let's see the picture I send you simultaneously.
Sent the picture.
What is this?
I want to told you that your dad neither is my dad. Surprised. Haha, now you can see the real face of the father that every day you proud of. He's not that perfect, right?
I can't talk with you anymore.
When Lucy knew all about her dad's secret, he was so angry and started talking to Sanaa.
Why you did that, Sanaa? Did you think before do anything? You made me disappointed my daughter.
Disappointed? Have you ever thought if I sad because my friend at school don't want to play with me? And I have to live with my mom almost my whole life like that? I did the thing that my mom couldn't do these years. It made me feel very pleasure. Now you can follow your sweet daughter and explain to her. But who care? She caught you red-handed and you can't tell anything to her.
I will talk to you later, Sana. But you go out of my barrier.
I don't care, haha.
After a few days, Lucy regained her composure and she called her dad to have a conversation.
Dad, I need to talk to you about something important. Can we sit down and have a conversation?
Of course, Lucy. What do you want to tell me?
You know, your image is wonderful in my mind from I was a kid till now. But I can't understand what I have seen. My best friend is actually your illegitimate child? Does it possible? When you started treating all members in our family?
Oh, Lucy, I didn't expect you to find out about this. I'm sorry you had to learn about it this way. But why Sana is your best friend?
Don't beat about the burst, Dad. You need to answer my question. I don't want my mom sad just because of the bartered like you.
How can you told me like that?
Why I can't? If you want your child look up to you, please do what a father should do for their child. That's love their mom unconditionally and do all best things for our family. Not like you, had an illegitimate kid and own family? How's ridiculous you are.
Please calm down my daughter.
I want to talk about this and find the way help we handle this situation together. I don't want it to affect our relationship and cause many unnecessary pain.
Lucy, please understand for me. The past can be complicated and difficult to bring up. I should be more open with you about my past, especially it directly impacts our lives now.
Okay, I appreciate your honesty. It must be a difficult topic for both of us. But let's focus on the present. How can we support each other and navigate this new reality together?
First and foremost, I want you to know that you are my daughter and nothing can change that. I also want to assure you that I will take responsibility for my actions and do everything I can do to support you and your brother.
Whatever do, but it can't change my eyes on you. It's all change. But I don't want anyone in our family know this. I will take all the pain. Let's leave them peaceful. We should act like there isn't anything change. Do you understand, Dad?
That's a mature and compassionate approach. I'm proud of you for handling this situation with such grace. Together, we can overcome any challenges that arise from this newfound connection and maintain our strong bond as father and child.
I did that just because I want to protect my mom and my family. Not because I forgive you. Don't think you can connect with me as before. And one more thing, you should told your beautiful daughter not to touch my family. If not, she can see what an angry girl can do.
Lucy, I know you are angry now, but you need to think before act. Please listen to me.
Okay, Dad, I will do.
The day after, Lucy came to class and acted like she didn't know Sana. Sana tried to text with the purpose to bother Lucy.
Hey sister, why are you so angry?
What? Who is your sister?
Calm down, baby, if you don't want I reveal it to your mom and your brother.
How dare you? I guess that you don't want to see me getting angry. Cut it out.
Why I have do that? All I want is that our dad divorce with your poor mom and then he'll come to live with me and my OM. I'm glad to see you and your dad have conflict. That's the day I was waiting for.
Are you dream in the daylight? Stop talking nonsense. And I warn you, if you talk anything to my mom, you can't imagine what I will do.
Haha, you just a girl who have an exterritorial dad. You haven't anything better than me.
What are you saying? Haha, your mom is a doctor and she has PhD degree, but she stole another husband and ruined their family. Do you want everyone in her hospital know about this new? My mom just a perfect housewife, so she didn't have any influence by this nonsense thing. If you want to challenge me, try it, I will struggle with you. A student who has bitches parents.
You.
Don't touch me, I don't have time to talk with you.
Then, Sana didn't care about Lucy's warning and she sent a picture of her family to Lucy's mom. Lucy's mom decided to divorce with her dad and she has a new life after that. Lucy feel happy for her because she has go the right way. The process her mom caught it red-handed will be told in the next story. Please subscribe to follow the next step of the story.